This is the recipe that got me to love shrimp. The shrimp is battered, fried to crispy golden perfection, and then tossed in a delicious sweet and spicy volcano sauce. To a saucepan, combine buffalo sauce, brown sugar, honey, garlic, and rice vinegar. Once it thickens, we'll add some butter, parsley, and red pepper flakes, and then set that aside. Now we'll make our wet batter. It's just eggs, salt, and black pepper, and then for the dry batter, salt and pepper, as well as cornstarch. Dip the shrimp first in the wet batter, then into the dry, and shake it all around until they're all fully coated. Now get some oil nice and hot and fry the shrimps until they're beautifully golden and crispy just like this. Toss in the sauce, serve over a bed of rice with some green onions, and all that's left to do now is enjoy.
Crispy chicken tenders. That's banging.
Alright, so we're going to start off with the seasoned flour. Now you guys are always asking me for my seasoned flour recipe, so here it is in video format. All the ingredients are listed on the screen, but little things like brown sugar, cumin, baking powder, that's the difference between a good coating and a great one. And this seasoned flour is pretty much my go-to to any savoury recipe that requires flour. Now for the chicken tenders, you want to season your buttermilk with garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika and cayenne pepper. And that's really all you need because there's salt in the coating.
So ideally you want to let this marinate for 4 to 5 hours so the buttermilk can actually do its job, which is make the chicken moist.
Now you want to pat the excess moisture off your chicken tenders and add some ice cold water and an egg to your buttermilk. Then you're going to coat your chicken tenders in plain flour, the wet mixture, and then your seasoned flour. Press the chicken and toss side to side till you get that crazy texture. Then fry 145 degrees C for 3 to 4 minutes, then crank up the oil and fry at 180 until crispy. Just look at the texture.
This is the only lasagna recipe that you're gonna need. It's stuffed with extra meat sauce, ricotta filling. It's so flavorful. Here's how I made it. First, I worked on the meat sauce where I used ground beef and Italian sausage. Then I added the crushed tomatoes and the tomato sauce. And of course, I seasoned it with some dry herbs. Next, I made the ricotta filling, boiled some lasagna noodles, and it was time to start assembling. I started off by spraying the avocado oil to the bottom of my dish, then I added the meat sauce, the pasta, meat sauce, and the ricotta filling. I repeated that process 3 more times with the last layer of noodles having the meat sauce. Finally, I sprinkled a bunch of cheese on it, covered it with foil, and baked it. I then baked it uncovered and boiled it for 5 minutes to develop that delicious crust, garnished it with parsley, so you gotta trust me when I say
If there's one recipe that you make this week, it has to be these Parmesan crusted roasted potatoes. Just listen to how crispy they turn out. So I think we get the point. They're pretty life-changing and super easy to make. Start up by melting down some butter and combining it with olive oil, garlic, parsley, Parmesan, red pepper flakes, salt, black pepper, and oregano. Now we take our baby gold potatoes that have been rinsed, cut them in half, and toss them in that garlic and herb butter sauce. Transfer to a tray, and then you're going to dip each potato on this side in Parmesan and cover it completely. Then in the oven they go to roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit until they're beautifully golden and crispy on the bottom, just like this. Now all that's left to do is enjoy.